Good morning, you guys. Kids got up really good again this morning. Had a couple business things I needed to do this morning. Sorry, I'm trying to find a comfortable spot. I still have slippers on, so my feet just keep sliding across the carpet. We are still downstairs. Today is supposed to be 105. I say that as a question. I saw it last night. Doesn't mean that it is accurate anymore. I swear it changes by the moment. So, it's currently, okay, so it says it's going to get to 96 now today, which is okay with me. Tomorrow's supposed to be 101, 90, 94, sorry, 96, 94, 85, 81, and then it goes back up to the 90s. So, looks like maybe I might be lucky to go back to my room on a Monday next week. Anyway, so so I don't understand this whole credit thing. I am not going to pretend to. All I know to tell you to do your stuff correctly is anyway, I don't understand. All I know to say that I understand is pay your bills on time. Don't try to take out too much credit. Don't have too many hard inquiries. Past that, your girl has nothing. And so I had 2 accounts that were Anthony's. Sorry. That is wrong. Credit Karma. So I had 2 accounts that I put Anthony as an authorized user on my account. His credit wasn't going anywhere. We couldn't get it to go over 580 anymore. Okay. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to put him in as an authorized user. Maybe that will help him. All of mine are at good spots. And so there were 2 accounts on mine that finally reported. They seem to take almost the full 30 days to report. And it made my score go down 9 points. I was like, okay, don't understand that. I just had another one go down 5 points. I don't get it at all. Anyway, so what was it? It was my Merrick Bank went down by 300 and something, 341, 241, I don't remember. And then my Torrid went down to 241, or went down by 241. It made my score drop by 9 points. It made Anthony's go up by 73 points. I was like, I really just don't get it. And then today, mine went down by 5 points because I had a collections removed. And another account decreased by 319 points. I don't understand how you pay something off and it still bites you in the butt. Anyway, so I'm looking at the credit card balances for the account, and it says that we owe $17.98, which is still incorrect. So it's just waiting for everything to catch up, and it has been 30 days. Oh, no it hasn't. It hasn't quite been 30 days. We're like 10 days off. So, and they typically tell you to wait those 30 days. I was hearing that you should have a $25 charge on your accounts. Like, you should always have that. And I don't understand what that means, so I'm just gonna Google it. Google knows everything. It's a nosy body. So I'm gonna check out and see what that means. I've heard that's really good for your credit, like you're playing ball that way. I laugh because, like, Torrid 0, Capital One 0, sorry, Kohl's 0, Community Bank $2, Credit Bank $3, Premier $19. And I logged into the one and I was like, I owe $19. I logged into another one, I owe $3.20. And I was like, I'm not gonna wait for another finance fee. I missed one just by a couple of days, and I still had another $19 owed from the last month. I was like, oh my goodness. So, I'm gonna have to go check Wayfair because I should know $2. It should be at a 0. That is the one that is no longer going to continue with a credit card, I guess. Sorry, I had to sneeze. And so, like, USA Bank says there's a balance due. There isn't. And my Capital One, I feel so silly. I owe $34 on one and like $84 on the other. And I was like, well, I guess they'll get paid off, you know, soon. But I'm really going to check into the $25 thing and then let you guys know. I know I'm not a professional or anything, but I'm just going to tell you what has worked for us, and then we'll go from there. So I don't really see too much except for avoid paying the minimum balance, which I know with one of my cards that I've had over a year, for a good portion of it, I paid the minimum due. And so they won't up my credit card limit, which asking for that to be as long as you're not using it. So I've been told having the limit brought up is actually good for your account. It shows that you have good credit history and stuff. But it actually says that they can't increase it because I have paid the minimum due. And I was like, I knew that would bite me in the butt. But there were a couple of months where we had a little bit of trouble. So we did what we could, and I was going to at least do the minimum. I know for us, like when it comes to buying a house, they said all of our cards need to be at or below a 30%. And I know, like, talking to someone who has bought a house, she said that I need to show something, some purchase that will take 6 months, like showing that I have revolving credit. And we had closed one of Anthony's accounts because we had first access, and I would make the payment at the first of the month, and then later in the month they would take a late fee out every month. Sometimes it was more than what we paid. Like, if it told us to pay, one time it told us to pay $29 for the balance that month, and literally I paid it, and then 2 weeks later it took a $40 fee out, and it had been doing it all of this year. And 6-7 months into the account, or into the year, is when we found it, or when I found it. And then they did it to mine twice that I could see, because I couldn't see past January. So I know, like, is it better to have a balance on a credit card or have a 0? And It says unless your balance is always zero, your credit report will probably show balance higher than what you're currently carrying. Fortunately, carrying a balance won't hurt your credit score as long as the balance you do not have, or that you do have, doesn't go too high. Which is understandable. You don't want, like for us, you don't necessarily, you don't want to give someone a house that has 8 cards or 2 cards that are always maxed out. And so, I'm going to get all out of all of these windows. So, yeah, and I just want to pay them all off. And there's one that docked mine because it went from like a 43% down to a 0. I think it made my scores drop like by 1 or 2 points. And it's like last month, before we paid everything off, one of our accounts decreased by $2 or increased by $2. And it made my score to go down, and Anthony was just kind of like flatlined. Like it was not moving until last night, and then he jumped up just higher than me, and that was just from those 2 accounts from my credit. That he's an authorized user. I was like, you suck. And he's like, what? And so I showed him. I was like, they made mine go down by 9 points. Okay, I would have been pissed if they had gone down by 73 points. It didn't, but it would have been nice if I got a 73. I'll meet you in the middle. I'll even give you some. Give me a 25 point uppage. Pooh is knocking stuff off the ottoman because he's laying on it. Anyway, so I'm going to do some work on here and spend the day trying to figure out what we're doing because we want to gear up to move. I know our state was actually just put into another 30-day, 60 days lockdown. So I think that's October. I don't know. I read it last night and I was really tired. Okay. So Governor Kate Brown Tuesday extended her declaration of state of emergency regarding COVID-19 for additional 60 days until November 3rd. So that protects us for another 60 days on top of it, because I think we're obviously September, October, whatever. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so, so we've got that going, which is good, and it gives us a little more time to maybe find the perfect house, because the one I just recently looked at is pending. It was a really good price for how big it was, but I believe that maybe it wasn't meant for us. Maybe there's too much work, and it was really outdated baseboard heaters, which would have had to come out because they're awful and they don't heat very well. Let's just go bottom line. We have them in this house in certain spots, like the front room doesn't have them anymore. The bathroom downstairs doesn't. Connor has it, Lex has it, Xander has it, we have it. We have it in our bathroom also. So the kitchen is the other one, and then there's one on our back porch, but it is older than dirt. And it scares me, and it looks scary. So we never turn that one on because I'm worried about fires. So anyway, I've got a lot of work to do. I've got to see where everything is, making sure everything's lining up. Just got the rent check sent out. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you.